All right, so as you can see, we moved the test back to Friday. Tomorrow won't be anything new. It will just be a review. In fact, I'll give that to you today, and I'll have it posted today with answers so that you can check and see how we're doing. Today we'll do a little bit more with, not with identities really, but with inverses, and we'll finish up that worksheet. And you might have time to finish today. We'll see how it goes. But it's not a super long lesson. And yeah, it's 20 questions, but they go pretty quick. So I think you'll be able to finish today, maybe get started on the review, and I think you'll be well prepared for the test. 50-point test, open note on Friday. But let's start with some unit circle warm-up review questions, just because we need to practice. I mean, everybody needs to practice since we're doing unit circle stuff. So if you're watching the video, press pause, give those a try. Again, try to do them without pulling out your unit circle, right? The idea is you can sketch a picture, think about it, long sides and short sides and flips if you need to, and y over x. So I want you to think through it. Don't just look them up, but think through them and see if you can come up with them. And in a couple minutes, we'll go over them. So number one, we talked about root 3 over 2. Number two, cosine 5 pi over 6. So 5 pi over 6 is almost a pi. So right there in the second quadrant, cosine is the x-coordinate. So that would be this length. That looks like a long side to me. Negative root 3 over 2. We'll evacuate the building. Okay, fire drill is over. We have returned. Tangent of 3 pi over 4. Let's see, 3 pi over 4, that's bigger than pi over 2, but not the pi. So second quadrant. Over 4 is the middle angle. Tangent is y over x. And even if I don't know what those values are, I know they're the same. I mean, they're both root 2 over 2, but they're the same. So y over x is going to be 1, except that x is negative. So it's negative 1. So I just skipped a whole bunch of steps there. Some people would write root 2 over 2 over negative root 2 over 2 and do negative 1 off of that. Other people would write that and then do keep it, change it, flip it. I'm like, come on, if you're dividing something by itself, it's going to be 1. Don't go through all the steps. But even better, notice it up here, y over x, those are the same value, so it's 1. All right, secant 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3 is in the second quadrant. Over 3 is the steep angle. Secant means I need to flip cosine. Cosine is the x-coordinate. That's the short side. So that'd be 1/2, although it's backwards, so negative 1/2. And if I flip it, I get negative 2. Okay, so you may not be that fast yet, but that's the way I want you to do them. So you don't have everything memorized, but you can figure it out within 15, 20, 30 seconds of a little sketch, a little thinking, and you got it. Tangent 4 pi over 3. Okay, 4 over 3, that's bigger than 1. So we're into the third quadrant. Over 3 is the steep angle. Tangent is y over x or sine over cosine, either way. Actually, I'm going to use the tangent shortcut. Well, no, I guess I'll do it the long way first, and then we'll talk about the tangent trick. So the long side is root 3 over 2. Short side is 1/2. They're both negative. So negative root 3 over 2 over negative 1/2. Keep it, change it, flip it if you need to. What's going on here? Let's more crisis go. I need to figure out how to mute that. Oh well. You keep it, change it, flip it if you want to. But hopefully you've done enough of these, you're like, oh, the 2's are in the bottom, they can cancel. Root 3 divided by 1 would just be root 3. Now, the tangent 3 trick is that if the angle is over 3, the answer is square root of 3. and you just have to figure out if it's plus or minus.
Every single time?
Yep. Yep, every single time. The tangent of something over 3 is going to be square root 3. You do need to think about the sign, though, so all students take calculus. The other part of that tangent trick is that over 6, well, how many 3's does it take to make a 6? 2 of them. So my answer is going to be root 3 over 3. But let's see, 5 pi over 6, that's in the second quadrant, so tangent would be negative. So the tangent 3 trick is nice, saves you a little bit of time if you remember it. If you don't, then you do the y over x thing and you get there eventually. Cosine of 0, 0 is right there. That x coordinate is 1, so the answer is 1. Not much to that one. We'll probably do more unit circle warm-ups tomorrow just to keep our brain working on unit circle.